Hello and welcome to Wisdom Life Channel. Today we're diving into a topic that touches every one of us at some point: negative thoughts. Have you ever felt trapped in a cycle of self-doubt, worry, or defeat? You're not alone. These thoughts can be powerful and relentless, but the good news is, they don't have to control your life. In this video, we'll explore practical, proven strategies to confront negative thoughts head-on and reclaim your peace of mind. We'll uncover why these thoughts persist, what fuels them, and most importantly, how you can transform them into stepping stones toward positivity and growth. Stay with us as we guide you through simple, effective techniques that will empower you to win the battle against negativity and open the door to a more resilient and fulfilling life. Please enjoy the interesting story we are going to share. In a distant kingdom, there lived a young man who led a solitary and difficult life. His small house was on the edge of the village, its walls cracked, and the thatched roof weathered by time. Every early morning, before the first rays of sunlight appeared, he would wake up, hastily eat a thin porridge, and set out to find work. His life passed monotonously in the cycle of making a living, searching for work, doing odd jobs, earning just enough to get by, then returning home to cook a meager dinner, and quietly going to sleep with dreams of a brighter future. Despite the hardships, he always took pride in himself, a person who lived honestly, truthfully, and diligently. One day, after wandering everywhere without success, he was trudging home with a heavy heart. His stomach growled with hunger, his legs were weary, but what hurt the most was the feeling of helplessness against life. The cold refusal still echoed in his ears. "We don't need anyone, come back tomorrow." He wondered if his life would always be like this. Just then, an old voice called from behind, "Is there anyone here in need of work?" The call was like an unexpected ray of hope brightening the young man's gloomy day. He quickly turned around and saw an old man with silver hair and a kind face, standing next to 3 large cloth bags. Though aged, the old man's eyes were still sharp, exuding an indescribable majesty. "Yes, I can do that job," the young man eagerly replied, trying to contain his sudden joy. The old man smiled kindly. "I need to go to the next village, which is a bit far from here. I can carry 2 bags myself, but the third one is too heavy for me. Can you carry this bag? I will pay you 3 gold coins." 3 gold coins. That amount was enough for the young man to live comfortably for a month. His heart beat faster with excitement, but he kept his composure and nodded in agreement. When he lifted the bag, he was surprised by its weight. "This bag seems very heavy," he exclaimed, feeling every muscle tense under the weight. The old man leaned in and whispered mysteriously, "Yes, because it contains bronze coins." As they walked together, the young man noticed the old man's frequent glances in his direction. This made him feel slightly uncomfortable, but he understood the old man's concern. "The old man probably thinks I'll run away with the bag," he thought. "But he doesn't need to worry. I would never do anything dishonest like that. Honor and self-respect are more valuable than any amount of money." They continued their journey in silence. Only the sounds of birds and the wind through the trees could be heard. Shortly afterward, a river appeared before them, its water flowing gently but seemingly quite deep. Without hesitation, the young man stepped into the cool water, ready to cross. But the old man remained on the bank, looking worried. "I am too old," he said, his voice trembling. "I cannot carry 2 bags across this river. If I try, I might drown. Can you carry 1 more bag? Don't worry about the payment. I will give you 3 more gold coins." The young man did not need to think much before nodding in agreement. But when he moved to lift the second bag, the old man suddenly grabbed his sleeve, his voice full of concern. "But promise you won't run away with it." The statement made the young man feel insulted. He looked straight into the old man's eyes. "Why would I run away? Who can trust anyone these days?" the old man sighed. "This bag contains silver coins." The young man felt a surge of anger but suppressed it. "Do I look like a thief or a dishonest person?" "Don't worry, I am not greedy." "Give me the bag." With 2 heavy bags on his shoulders, the young man steadily crossed the river. The cold water seeped into his clothes, but it didn't slow his pace. He felt a sense of pride, even when tempted by the silver coins. He remained true to his character. After crossing the river, they continued their journey until they came upon a high hill. The young man began to climb, but noticed the old man had stopped at the foot of the hill, fatigue etched on his aged face. "Come on, why did you stop?" the young man called down. "I am too old," the old man gasped. "I can't walk properly. It is very difficult to climb this hill with this bag." Before the old man could finish his sentence, the young man offered, "All right, then give me that bag. I will carry it for you." This time, the old man's hesitation was even more evident. "But there are gold coins in it. If you run away with them, I am an old man, I can't even chase after you." The old man's words were like a needle pricking the young man's pride. He raised his voice, unable to hide his irritation. "I have told you, I am not that kind of person. I do this work because I value honesty. I used to be a bookkeeper for a moneylender. He forced me to deceive people by making false accounts, but I refused and had to quit my job." Still doubtful, the old man finally handed over the last bag. "I don't know if you are telling the truth or not. Anyway, come and take this bag of gold coins. I will follow at my own pace. You can go ahead and wait for me on the other side." As he walked with 3 heavy bags on his shoulders, the young man began to feel exhausted. Not just physically, but also mentally. The old man's doubts echoed in his mind. And then, like a venomous snake creeping into his thoughts, dark ideas began to arise. "If I run away with these 3 bags, the old man won't be able to catch me, and I will become rich forever." The thought flashed like lightning, startling the young man. But instead of dismissing it, he let it stay and grow. "This old man is too old. What will he do with so much money? He doesn't have much time left, but I am young." He justified his dark thoughts. "If I have this money, I will be wealthy. Then I can marry a beautiful woman, and my life will be easier. With money, I will gain respect, luxury, and comfort." These thoughts, like a whirlwind, swept away all the principles and moral values he had upheld for so many years. In a moment of weakness, he let greed win. Forgetting everything he had said about honesty, he began to running quickly with the 3 heavy bags. His heart pounded, sweat dripping, as he ran non-stop until he reached his home. He locked the door tightly and with trembling hands, he eagerly opened each bag. But then, like a cold bucket of water splashed on his face, he froze when he saw that inside were only small stones. There were no coins, neither gold nor silver. While still in shock, he noticed a piece of paper falling out of one of the bags. With trembling hands, he opened it and read, "I am the king of this kingdom. I have no heir, and I am growing old, so I have been searching for an honest person to adopt as my child and successor. If you had not run away, you could have been that person." The words pierced the young man's heart like arrows. He collapsed to the floor, tears streaming down uncontrollably. What do you learn from this story? This story gives us many profound lessons. First, maintain honesty and ethics even in difficult circumstances. The story emphasizes the importance of preserving moral values and honesty, especially when faced with temptations. The young man, though initially living with high moral principles, eventually let negative thoughts take over his mind and led to a wrong decision. The advice for us is to always stay firm with our good values, even when temptations and challenges arise. Second, be cautious with negative thoughts. The story shows that even a small negative thought can quickly develop into regrettable actions. The young man's mind was obsessed with the idea that running away with the 3 bags would make him rich. This teaches us that we need to be aware and control our thoughts. When faced with negative thoughts, learn to analyze and eliminate them before they can influence our actions. Third, the power of trust and patience. The old man in the story tested the young man not only for physical strength but also for honesty. If the young man had been patient and kept his honesty to the end, the reward for him would have been the greatest opportunity of his life, becoming the successor to the throne. The takeaway is to believe in the law of cause and effect and maintain integrity, as good things will come to those who deserve them. Fourth, self-respect and personal pride should not be shaken. The young man was initially very proud of his honesty, but his self-respect was tested when the old man repeatedly doubted him. This shows that in life, we need to be steadfast and not let our self-respect be shaken by others' doubt. Remember that only you know your value and character best. Fifth, the reflection of greed. The story is a testament to how greed can obscure the values we once held dear. Even in a brief moment, greed caused the young man to lose the opportunity to change his life for the better. This is a strong reminder that when we let greed control us, it will lead to irreparable consequences. From these lessons, how can we control negative thoughts and triumph over ourselves? There are 3 important things we need to do. First, practice controlling thoughts. Develop the skill to recognize and control negative thoughts as soon as they appear. Writing down negative thoughts and analyzing them can help you see things more clearly. Second, remind yourself of personal values. Maintaining honesty and self-respect is a process that needs regular practice. Create unbreakable moral principles for yourself. Finally, live in the present and avoid temptations. Learn to be content with what you have and not chase after illusions of wealth or power. Remember that sometimes the greatest reward is not material things, but peace of mind and a clear conscience. The story of the young man is a powerful wake-up call that a wrong decision, even in a moment, can change an entire life. Let this story be a guide to maintaining ethics, honesty, and knowing how to face negative thoughts to always master your life. Thank you very much for watching.